It's the BroZCast Gamers.
Bro.
It's the band of gamers.
We are the pros.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Fliptriq. I'll be your host for a new podcast we're starting. This will be the BroZCast podcast. If you haven't heard of the Band of Brothers website, it's a new PlayStation 3 community we've been starting to develop, trying to grow. But we thought a fun side project from the site would be a podcast. So I'm here with the two founders of the website, as well as another member. And we're going to go ahead and start this podcast for you all. Hope you guys all enjoy it. Like I said, my name's Fliptriq. I'm also here with Claire and Junior. They're the two founders of the website. How are you guys doing?
How you doing? Very well, thanks.
And then we're also here with Jordan, who's one of the pretty prominent members of the group. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Not bad. Looking forward to getting this all started, getting this show on the road.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So basically what we're going to be doing is just talking all about PlayStation 3, what we've been playing over the past week, trophy standings. We're going to have a little in-house competition between the four of us, talk about news, new game releases, what we're thinking of everything. Should be a pretty good show, but we'll go ahead and start with what we've been playing this week. So Claire, how about you lead this off? What have you been playing this past week?
Well, this past week, mostly been concentrating on the Battlefield Online aspects of Battlefield 3. Obviously, we have very, very prominent members in our clans, and we're very, very active online. I mean, more than 30 members and stuff, but we, thanks to the dedication of one of our new members, we've recently had 5, 6, 7 clan matches now in the pipeline for the next month, and we've already done 2 of them. So our most recent one was on Sunday, and it was a draw. But it was more considered a win even by the opponents, because the ratio to what we bet them and tickets-wise was a lot better than what they had us. We had them more on the wall for 4 games, and that was really our first victory, so it really did boost morale, and also just feeling really pretty good around the Bros side of the BF3 camp right now.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I think the way that it progressed was, it wasn't just about drawing. It was about how we played as a unit. You know, it's been a long time since the Bros have played like that on Battlefield 3. You know what I mean?
How do you end in a draw? I don't understand that. I haven't played much of Battlefield 3, but that confuses me.
You basically arrange a match, and there was 2 rounds on each map that we selected. Played 2 rounds of one map, and then 2 rounds of another map. In the end, it ended up they won 2, we won 2, one of each map.
That's strange. Normally there'd be like an odd number of rounds, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of what we said. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was nice to walk away with a draw. I think we still count that as a victory anyway.
Not even just a victory as in our respect our bragging rights over the other team, and not like that at all. The more victory within ourselves, because we really feel like we came together like really strongly in the last clan match, especially because it's worth mentioning in our first clan match we got pretty hammered. I mean, we did suck. We really.
Do we even really want to mention that, man?
Yeah, well, if we're going to talk about the victory of the second clan match, we may as well throw in the loss of the first one, so people don't think we're just gloaters. But just the way it came together, like, all of us working as a unit, we really, really pulled out a victory amongst ourselves. So we're really, really good about it.
I think we learned a lot about the kind of style of gameplay in these matches, how we are going to play in the future. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what came to light at the end of the day. I think it was the fact that before we were trying to play a different kind of mode to what we're comfortable with, to what we play every night, and I think we've kind of finally found the sort of game we need to play.
Are both teams coming from the website, or where do you get your opponents?
Oh, basically, like I say, on Battlelog, there's loads and loads of platoons that are like already looking for clan matches with other clans, you know, who have all got their own websites as well. Some have, some haven't. And basically, we've got one of our members who touts for games for us.
Oh, cool.
And that's how we kind of continue.
Okay, I thought it was just all like an in-house competition between the other members of the website, but I guess it's
no.
a lot cooler than I thought.
Yeah, you're basically competing with other websites. You're basically competing with other like clans. Some. Like, I think we've got 66 registered members in our Battlefield 3 platoon at the minute for the Band of Brothers, and you'll come across. You'll either play like an 8v8 or you'll play a 12v12. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, sounds pretty cool. Is there any way people listening to the show can join you guys?
Yeah, we're always looking to recruit members. We've got 2 servers that are running 24/7. You've got a Conquest and we've got a Rush mode. And basically all you have to do is, if you've got Battlefield 3, log into Battlelog, search out for the Band of Brothers or the Bros, apply to join, and you'll be accepted.
Cool. Sounds good. What else have you guys been playing lately?
Well, as you would definitely know, I picked up Defiance, and I also passed a good word around, and Junior picked up Defiance as well. So there's 3 of us here that have been playing Defiance this week.
Yeah, I can't set it down.
Well, obviously you would know a lot more about it than I would, so maybe you should take the lead in the description of it.
Sure. Basically, I think the easiest way to describe Defiance is Borderlands. Well, it has aspects of Borderlands, aspects of like World of Warcraft or any other popular MMO, and then kind of, I say the gunplay is similar to like Gears of War. It's kind of like a combination of all 3 of those. It's done really well. Most of the people who are giving it bad reviews are usually people who are very understanding with the servers being kind of glitchy. But it is an MMO, and all MMOs have problems on their launch week, and this one's no different. It's not too bad, though, but the story, from what I played, is really good. It has PvP, which is really fast-paced, and I'm really enjoying it. And I usually don't like those online shooter multiplayer games, but this one I have a blast with. As far as the questing, right now I'm sitting at level 505. I think the cap's 5,000, so I've still got quite a ways to go, but I'm 505 right now, and the quests are starting to feel a little bit repetitive, so hopefully that changes. There's also a TV show that gets tied into this that starts on the 15th, so 5 days from today. So supposedly they're supposed to interlock and intertwine. Things that happen in the game will affect the TV show, and things that happen in the TV show will affect the game. Right now they have the first series of episode missions, which are, I don't know how they're going to tie in, but it takes place, like the people you're doing the quests with are the main characters from the show, and it kind of ends that quest chain on a pretty strong cliffhanger. So I'm curious to see if that's going to tie into the show or how that's going to work. But we'll find out on the 15th. Have you guys done the episode missions yet? Do you think those were cool?
I helped Junior do up to the part of or it was a tower one, some satellites. Like you said, there's so many missions in it, and a lot of the landscapes do seem to be the same, but I can't really recommend an individual one. I've only played a few hours, but like there's just so much into it that an episode mission doesn't seem specific to me. It just seems in just one of these missions in a whole bunch of missions.
Yeah. It's refreshing as well to play like that kind of game mode as well. The fact that it's a co-op as well. Yeah. I'm really enjoying that side of it. The fact that most games they pit you against each other, and this huge expansive world where me and Claire were just riding around on quads. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm pretty impressed with what they did. I've been beta testing it since January, and it's came a long way since then. So I'm glad it's getting pretty popular, getting a lot of good reviews from everybody. Something I didn't get in the beta that I started playing was the co-op maps, which are basically, I don't know if you played World of Warcraft, it's their instances, the little like dungeon quests. Each time I think you get the first one when you hit level 200, or it might be 150, one of those two. But basically it's like its own separate little shooter. It's like a group of 4 people that just get randomly placed together, and you just go through this dungeon. You have all these different tasks you have to do along the way, and then there's a really big boss fight at the end, and those are pretty fun.
Well, obviously, Claire's got a US account now. I've created a US account. Might be worth mentioning the fact that it is region locked.
Yeah, that was kind of a drag.
I don't really experience too much like connecting to a US server. I think it's been very, very good in terms of launch with the servers and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think it's that laggy at all. Really, I played a lot worse games, a lot worse. So I'm very happy with that. Even when I connect to US, like it's pretty good. Me and Junior tend to stay away from US servers on Battlefield, especially for clan matches and all that, because it's not worth the effort. It really, really means something in Battlefield. But you need to be on key and have no lag whatsoever. But like when I set up my US account and I sign into Defiance, I don't get lag whatsoever.
Yeah, the only time I've had to deal with lag is in the Shadow War multiplayer matches, which I don't know if you guys have gotten to those yet, but it's
No.
you play in the same world that you do all your quests and everything in, but it's kind of like domination in Call of Duty, where you have different capture points. You have to sit there and hold them, and the longer you hold them, the more points you get. That mode is actually 64 against 64, so here's 128 people, and that's the only time I've gotten lag.
I think that's where me and Claire might suffer with lag is, when you pit it against an opponent who isn't AI, you know what I mean? That's when your bullet damage starts to count then, which is like the problems we have with Battlefield 3 as well.
Oh, okay. Have you guys done the arc files at all? Have you checked those out? Like the big...
Yeah, I brought Junior along to one of those boys, yeah.
Yeah, so on top of quests and on top of all this multiplayer and the co-op missions, they also have random events that kind of happen every few hours in the world that anybody can join in on. If you're driving by and you see one, you can just hop out of your vehicle and just start helping out, and you'll still get experience and loot and credit for killing the boss. But there's just huge epic bosses that just show up. Each enemy type has their own arc fall, and basically it's just like world bosses in other MMOs. Pretty fun fights. I've been recording a few videos. I have videos recorded for the episode missions, videos of the co-op maps, and then a few videos for a few of the cooler arc falls that I've done, and those are all be on my YouTube channel pretty soon. If you guys,
and of course, you've set up a Band of Brothers Defiance clan as well.
Oh, that's right. I'm trying to do like the same kind of thing you guys do with the Battlefield 3 stuff. I wanted to start a clan in Defiance because it looks like something I'll be playing for quite a while. So if anybody's picked up the game and listened to this podcast and wants to join our clan, just search for Fliptriq in the game. The name of the clan's Band of Brothers. I think the only way you can actually find us is if you find one of the members that are in the clan in the game. You can't really search for clans individually. But the game is region locked, so if you want to join our clan, you do have to be on the North American servers. And if you live out of the North American region, you'd have to make a North American PSN account, which some of our members have had to do. So it's kind of a drag, kind of negates everybody from being able to get trophies, but apparently there's an issue with Sony's licensing and they weren't able to have one unified region.
Yeah, just put a bit of a downer on it, but we all want to enjoy company on the same server. So me and Junior being European and a few of our other European members are willing to set up North American accounts to just play on the US server. So if there's anyone listening from the EU that's going to do that, that's what we'll be doing as well, so that we can all at least be in each other's company when we're playing the game. So.
Yeah. So if any of you guys are looking for people to play with and you play Battlefield 3, we've got a pretty big Battlefield 3 community already going. I'm actually looking to get into that myself, even though I've never really played Battlefield. I'm going to give it a shot, check that out. Or if you're more into the MMO third-person shooters, we're starting to develop a community for that. So hopefully you guys can get involved, join up with us, and have some fun together.
Have you been playing it new this week, Jordan?
Not much really for me. I mean, I'm at this point, I'm just going through BioShock Infinite and trophy hunting. Besides that, I mean, I'm kind of lost as to what I want to play now since I'm done BioShock. I mean, I always go back to Black Ops and usually play a few rounds of that every night, but nothing serious. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really many games that I'm looking towards till The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Mm.
Something else I didn't get into. Guacamelee just recently came out. Did anybody here play that?
I was looking at that.
No, I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, if you're looking for something fun to play, it's $14.99. If you have PlayStation Plus, it's $11.99. Cross-play, cross-save. There's only one unified trophy list, so you can't double up on the trophies. But if you're into side-scroller brawlers, this is a really good one. It's a Metroidvania-style game. You get power-ups throughout the game, and they have some pretty unique ways of getting you to use them. Like certain puzzles, you have to string together different combos of your abilities in almost a perfect fashion. Otherwise, you'll fail and you won't be able to get through the puzzle. So it's pretty strict. It's kind of difficult. It has a pretty steep learning curve, and it gets pretty hard at the end, from what I've heard. I'm about halfway through it myself, but I'm having a blast playing it. The combat's actually done really, really well. I've been live streaming as I've been playing, and I've been doing a little video walkthrough of the game on my YouTube channel as well. So if you guys are on the fence about that, you can check out my videos. It's actually a pretty fun game. I'm pretty happy with it. It's made by Drinkbox Studios, and their last game was Tales from Space, about a blob, which was the Vita launch title. So
yeah, I love that game.
So,
yeah, loved it.
Yeah, they've came a long way since that. This game's actually really good also. So curious to see what they're going to do next.
Check that out.
Yep.
On the weight of the epic juice that was the Tales from Mutant Space, I will be buying Guacamelee next week, definitely.
Yeah.
If a company releases something good, then I definitely will take the risk of buying what their next release is, definitely, just to at least play it. Because some companies just have that pedigree, you know. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd say 90% of all PlayStation users would buy a Naughty Dog game, really, because anything Naughty Dog do is just.
I would agree with that.
Blockbuster titles, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Naughty Dog, and for instance, the evils of Activision or EA or stuff like that, could also be taken in the other principles of like Square Enix, who went the opposite end, I believe. Whereas their excitement for their new IP and even their current IP is just drained, I think, a little bit in the last few hours, especially on the weak Final Fantasy and failure to produce on other games.
The games have just been so lackluster, at least for Final Fantasy, that people are starting to lose hope. I mean, the last great Square Enix game that I played, that I really loved, was probably Final Fantasy X.
Kingdom Hearts 2, I'd say, maybe.
I couldn't get into Kingdom Hearts. I can watch someone play it, but I can't play that game myself. I just get way too bored.
Did anybody ever play Dog's Day Afternoon, was it?
Sleeping Dogs?
Kane and Lynch.
Oh, Kane and Lynch. No,
I didn't play that either.
Number 2, that was, I think that was Square Enix as well.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair now, Sleeping Dogs and Just Cause 2 are Square Enix as well, and I did really like them, so...
Yeah, Sleeping Dogs is great.
I guess it can't be considered all bad, but in general kind of game discussion, I think it's just kind of for some reason it's just generally believed that they're going a bit downhill.
Yeah, it's kind of what you expect from Square Enix is the Final Fantasy genre type game, you know, and they were always the ones that ruled the roost, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
When it came to them.
Yeah.
There's very few companies I can think that any product they release is pedigree and will sell, except for the Call of Duty, because that's just has some kind of zombie effect over people, but I don't really want to go into that. But I think the best example of it would be Naughty Dog. I mean, I know outside the confines of the PlayStation 3 circle and community, I know that a lot of PC and a lot of Xbox guys are looking at The Last of Us and just like really, really excited about it as well, and wishing they had it. I know from a lot of PC end as well, I wouldn't be listening to too much about what the Xbox community really think or care about, but I do care about the PC, and a lot of them have been saying that The Last of Us looks epic. I mean, Naughty Dog just know how to make games.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tell a good story as well, don't
they? Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you guys have been playing lately that you want to talk about?
I've been playing Bioshock, I've played a bit of Dishonored, I've played a bit of this and I've played a bit of that. At the minute, I'm finding it really hard to sink my teeth into a game simply because of the Battlefield 3 things that are going off at the minute, and the website development and all the other little things we've got on the go.
Yeah.
So, for me, not a great deal of games, even though I've got the games to get into. I'm just not doing it.
Oh, yeah, well, just to lead on to one of our next topics, Stephen, about the PlayStation stuff, PlayStation Plus stuff that came out in the EU this month. I mean, I've got that. I still haven't even really played any of it. EU this month got the awesome, that I've been told, Guacamelee HD. I have it all downloaded. I got the Lord of the Rings, The War in the North as well. and the little mini kind of platformer, The Cave as well, which I actually have been playing a good little bit of that, and I really do enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic little game.
It's a quirky little game. It's really, really nice. I've been playing that as well.
Yeah.
So I got that when they had that for free on PlayStation Plus over here. I just haven't played it yet, so it's worth playing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the one thing I liked about it, which is crazy because I didn't like it in a previous game that I played F Plus, which was a Night Underground, but they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you how to do anything. Like it's just,
No.
You're just literally there with 3 other characters, and you really have to figure it out. I mean, did you play much of it, Jordan? Did you
I've probably played it for about 2 hours or so. I mean, I've actually just gotten into the cave, so I've taken care of the little puzzles right before getting into it, and I'm really starting to dig it. But I know what you mean by they don't really tell you a whole lot, but
when I first went into the cave, it seems to be like obviously you choose a character. There's 9 different characters, and you choose 3 to go down into the cave. And I chose a futuristic woman, a hillbilly, and a knight in armor. And when I first went down, what I do believe is I think if I had chose different characters when I first went down to the cave, my settings would have been different according to the character that I took with me. But when I first went down with the knight, it involved killing a dragon and winning a princess's heart to remove Excalibur from a stone so that you could pass through the cave. Typical of that old English medieval tale. But it had a quirkiness about it, like, for example, the dragon ate the daughter, and you took out the sword, and the king went to fetch his daughter, and you quickly made an escape with the sword. Like, it's really, really kind of quirky and stuff like that. Like, figuring out how to kill that dragon, oh my god. The game didn't tell me anything, and it literally took me 3 hours just to figure out that.
That's awesome, because, I chose the knight, the hillbilly, and the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And so instead of having the dragon and the princess, I've actually got a carnival, so it's all based around the hillbilly.
Oh, that's exactly what I did. I finished the whole the night, guys, and quest, and then I landed at the hillbilly's carnival straight away at the very start of it, and I was like, I'm not going through a whole episode again, so I just kind of saved it, turned it off. Well, that's what I had to go back to, was the carnival thing. So it is it's different according to the characters you bring in, obviously.
I think so, and I think it depends on the order that you bring them into.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to have to play that after I finish up Guacamelee. It sounds like a game I'd get a kick out of, so I'm glad to hear it's good. I was a little hesitant to start.
The trophy list is very hard.
Yeah, I heard.
There's a trophy list for getting through the whole game without anyone dying. That could be hard unless you knew the ins and outs of the episode of the people you're bringing down. Another really hard episode is you have to complete, or apparently when you get near the end of the cave, you can talk to a fortune teller, and he could tell all your fortune. So you have to do that with all the characters. So you have to play the game with all the characters. But the biggest one would be at the end. You can either choose a QET, like a separate event. So you can either have a good ending or a bad ending, and you have to see that with all 9 characters. So to get that one little trophy, it'd be really, really hard. You'd have to play through it
5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw the trophy list. That's kind of what turned me off from playing it.
I find it enjoyable, though.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the same people that did Psychonauts on the PS2, and then they've also done Costume Quest, Stacking, and Brutal Legend, if anyone remembers that.
Yep, Double Fine. Pretty good company.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they put out some great games.
Yeah. Their Kickstarter game just got announced. I can't remember the name of it.
Is it the music-driven one?
No, I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I was checking their website and I'm looking at their games list.
I remember the announcement came out like a week ago or something. I can't remember what it was called though. Well, you just talked about your the EU PlayStation Store, PlayStation Plus releases. Over here in North America, like last week we got Demon's Souls, and this week we got Labyrinth Legends, which is kind of like a mini dungeon crawler. I had pretty high hopes for it. I watched the trailer for the game and it looked looked really good. Looked like just like Diablo, basically. Started playing it, and I was not impressed. It's almost like Diablo for kids. It's kind of boring. I don't know. It's really short. It's only 8 levels. The trophy list is not too bad, so I'm going to finish it. But it's a lot less exciting than I thought it was going to be. But that's all we got for PlayStation Plus this week.
So is it even worth playing?
Unless you want easy trophies, it's going to take. I think it said 3 to 7 hours to finish all of them. There's a lot of speed runs, which are pretty strict. Other than that, it's a pretty easy game. It looks a lot like the Costume Quest graphic style.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the EU Plus members were treated to a little treat today, which was actually, I thought, is a very good thing. What Sony did today was what they call a sale went up today on the PlayStation, on the EU PlayStation Store, evolved around I think it's the declassified sale. It's more to do with stealthy kind of games and action and all that. Like there's discounts on Splinter Cell and the Hitman HD collection and the new Hitman Absolution. It got reduced to, I think it's about €25 now with discount on the store, but good guy Sony came along and said that even though it is discounted, if you're a Plus member, you'll be getting it free next month. So they revealed it a week early what one of our main titles will be. So next month, EU members are getting Hitman Absolution, the very latest, the newest one, for free.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You guys always have other stuff.
Yeah.
I actually purchased that game from new. You know what I mean? I know it's not been out that long. It's been sitting on my shelves collecting dust, so I think I might have to trade that in. Yeah.
Well, I just thought it was a really, really good at Sony because, I purchased Ratchet and Clank all for one of the PlayStation Store. I think it was 3 months for €20, 3 months before I got it free off Plus. So I was thinking, I could have saved myself. You know, I wasn't ever to know really, but I could have saved myself 20 quid. And it's the same with the Hitman, obviously. I got that when it came out and I already had the platinum on it, but the way they put it up on sale, like the sale was determined by the company that made it. Like they agreed to have it discounted, but Sony even still came out and were like, oh, well, if any of these are Plus members are thinking about buying this, don't worry, you're getting it free next month, you know? Instead of letting Plus members take advantage of the Plus discount on it. And letting them buy it anyway, and then 3 weeks later you get it free. I think that would have cost a little bit of a storm.
I must admit, you know, Sony, PlayStation Plus has certainly upped the stakes in recent months, you know, compared to when, you know, I had it right from the start, basically, and the games that were coming out were pretty poor. But now, you know, you're getting games that are basically only a few months old, really.
You don't want to be hearing the boys saying that they don't get anything. We're the only ones that get the good ones because we're EU.
Oh, right. Well, does not the US not get very good game releases on?
I think they get shafted a little bit. Would you say that, guys?
Yeah.
A little bit? Yeah. We take it hard compared to what you guys get.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
This past week we got Demon Souls, which is really old. It wasn't even Dark Souls. It's not even the new one. It's the one that came out like 4 years ago. And you guys just got Mass Effect 3, and you said you're getting Hitman Absolution. I think that... Yeah.
We got Sleeping Dogs as well. We got other really, really good titles. What else? Amazingly brilliant Kent Plus. What did I get? I got the first Borderlands. I got Burnout. I got so much stuff. But like,
Yeah, we've had Bulletstorm and all, haven't we?
Oh yeah, Bulletstorm. I got Just Cause 2, and I loved that. Plus,
yeah, that was one of our
Dead or Alive 5.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 5 as well. We got Mortal Kombat on Vita as well, and PlayStation 3.
Seriously, like
we got the
one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got the Ratchet and Clank, like I said, and then what else did we get? It's just been amazing for €50 is what the EU.
We got that Akami HD as well, didn't we?
Oh yeah, Akami HD this week, and like I said, the Lord of the Rings, The War in the North, and The Cave, Bioshock 2. We got
just keep rubbing that salt in. Right in the wound.
Red Dead Redemption. We got Red Dead Redemption as well.
Yeah,
North America.
A few of those titles were
Yeah.
launch titles for our PlayStation Plus, like right after E3 when they gave us the 12 games. Just Cause, Ratchet and Clank, and Infamous 2 were all on that list. But it seems like as they cycle, like we still have Ratchet and Clank on there, and I think Just Cause 2 is still on the download list, which were launch titles for the PlayStation Plus program. So they don't cycle ours through very well. And like you said last week, you got Lord of the Rings War in the North, and we got Demon Souls. So you guys are getting a lot more current stuff. So hopefully that changes here pretty soon.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 for me, my jaw dropped when I found out. Yeah, like I thought maybe there could have been a chance of us getting Mass Effect 2, but then they came out and we were just like, no, here have Mass Effect 3, and I was like, that's fair. Like, even though I'd already played it and I loved it, but I never got the platinum on it, but then they gave it to me and I went back and I played the platinum on it, so I was just like, it was amazing, because I thought we'd have only a small chance to get the second one, which is pretty old. Like, I didn't think that they actually just gave out the newest one for pretty much free, like, especially when all the DLC was wrapping up. I mean, it was the same week the Citadel, the final DLC of all the Mass Effect trilogy, came out, so
Nice.
I think it's probably something to do with that, to boost sales and that. But it was only available for a month as well. It was taken straight off the instant game collection as well. It got replaced by Sleeping Dogs, I think, which is equally unbelievable.
Yeah, I really like
Keep it coming,
Sleeping Dogs.
Sony EU. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about trophies a little bit, so I'm going to get into our next topic. Something that we're trying to do here that we thought would be kind of fun, like an in-house trophy competition between the four of us. So I was just going to go through our current standings as of today, and then next week we'll kind of compare where we are next week to where we were today, and see who kind of scored the most. Before we get into that, I'm going to talk about how the trophy system actually works for those people who aren't completely aware of it. Because it's similar, it works a lot similar to the way Gamerscore works in the Xbox, but if you just look at it, it doesn't really look like it does. But there's 4 different kinds of trophies. There's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And each of these has a point value attached to them. Like bronze is worth 15 points, silver is worth 30 points, gold's 90, and platinum is 180. So as you're unlocking trophies, you never see this number anywhere. You just kind of the console kind of does all the calculations behind the scenes and doesn't showcase that for anybody. So when somebody first starts playing on their new PSN profile, they start with 0 points, obviously, and when they get 200 points, they level up to level 2, and it's pretty fast leveling up until level 12. To actually get to level 12, it requires, or to get from 12 to 13 requires 8,000 points, and every level after that is another 8,000 of those trophy points. So since from looking at all of our levels and percentages, we're all past level 12. So that makes this really easy. So instead of having to go back and calculate all these numbers, we're actually just going to go off percentages, and basically whoever has the most percentage will be the person who gets the highest, kind of like first place for the little in-house competition we're doing. So right now I'm just going to go over the standings. Standings don't really have any competition level right now. We're just trying to see where everybody's starting, and then we're going to compare it to how well everybody scored the following week. But right now Claire is sitting at level 20, 47% of his level, and he's got 47 platinums.
Oh yeah.
Junior's a little bit ahead of him, level 21, 82%. So almost a level and a half. And he's sitting with 54 platinums. And myself, I'm level 16, 93% with 31 platinums. And then we have Jordan, who is level 13, 70% with 3 platinums. So.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you said you just now started.
Jordan's got a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one way to look at it.
I have a lot of games on my list that don't have a lot of completion to them.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you said you're just starting to take trophies seriously, so it'll be a fun competition. This will help boost your score a little bit. So next week we'll check back, see where everybody's at, see who scored the most. Also, something we've kind of tossed the idea around, kind of get the community involved a little bit. Every once in a while, we might bring a random member, a random listener onto the show, talk to them a little bit, see what they're up to and what their interests are in PlayStation. Kind of let them choose one of us to go up against, and we'll just kind of see if they can outscore one of us, and if they do, they'll win some sort of prize. If they don't, then I guess we'll just have a little.
They'll
little
have to give us
mark.
a price. They'll have to give us a price. Definitely. Well, I mean, like I said, we were really active on Battlefield, and I tell you, man, there's some personalities on that game. I tell you that. Me and Junior came across some personalities, all right, and for scientific purposes, I think it's best to record them at least for an hour or something like that. So I definitely looking to get some members on and express their views, definitely.
Yeah, we've got a Donegan, we've got a Tobin, we've got an A-burner.
Tobin would ruin it, you know.
We've got a Juvenile.
Yeah.
There's certainly a lot of
St. Judas, we got Judas himself, so. Yeah. Plenty of boys anyway, and I'm sure one of them will be up for a bit of banter in the future. And then obviously we'd definitely be up for any kind of listeners or anything like that to come in.
So anything else you guys want to talk about in this first show? Like normally we'd put the news in here, but since this is our first episode, we took a lot of time introducing ourselves, talking about what we've been doing. We're going to skip news this week. It'll be in there next week. So before we end, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Just a summary of what we've been doing or individually and how we came about and to the point we're at now. So if you want to explain what you were doing with your YouTube channel, Flip, and then obviously Jordan would explain with his own podcast channel and ours with our website and everything. So Fliptriq, you want to give some details on your channel?
Sure, no problem. About a year and a half ago, I started my own YouTube channel. That's kind of how I got involved in the community. Before that, I was just playing games and wanted some way to get more involved, so I thought a YouTube channel would be fun. Started off doing trophy videos or achievement videos for the Xbox. Transitioned into the PS3, kind of liked that system a lot more. Liked how they had more exclusive titles like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank. I was always a big fan of Ratchet and Clank, so that's really the main pull that got me into the PS3. That was actually exactly a year ago. So it was like last March, like late March, is when I started taking the PS3 seriously. Since then, my YouTube channel has kind of consisted of like gaming walkthroughs. Occasionally, I'll have various contests that I'll run. Like I said, right now I'm working on a Guacamelee walkthrough. We also have an Army of Two playthrough that it's like a co-op walkthrough, so I have one of my friends with me. I've been working on that. That's been getting uploaded lately too. But I try to play a little bit of everything that comes out. But it's a pretty fun project that I started. But that is youtube.com/FliptriqTV. It's FLIPTRIQ TV. And more recently, I've taken that a step further, started live streaming. So when I'm making my videos, I'm also live streaming at the same time. So if you guys want to come swing by my live stream channel, that's twitch.tv/Fliptriq. I try to do it at least a couple hours every day. If you go to that website, you can click the little follow button, and you'll get notified whenever I am live streaming if you want to check it out. But I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I've met a lot of pretty interesting people. That's how I actually came in touch with all you guys. Your website is something you want me to help out with, so I'll let you talk about that for a second and see.
Well, Junior, you're our chief architect.
Yeah, basically, the bandofbrothers.co.uk was initially a Battlefield 3 kind of clan website, which we've realised that the larger span of just a clan website really couldn't last, so we basically turned it into more of a gaming community. So far it's taken off. We've got loads of features. We've got a forum. We've got Battlefield 3 stats. We've got trophy leaderboards. We've got YouTube gallery, picture gallery.
Competitions as well.
Competitions, yeah. Obviously, we give away prizes now and again. We've just given away 2 months free PlayStation Plus to a certain member. And, there's a lot of things going on, and not only that, you'll meet some really good lads. Anybody could join it. They haven't got to wear the bros clan tags. You know what I mean? On every game that they play, this is basically just about gaming community. To be honest with you. We've got a lot of different things in the pipeline, which, I'm not going to mention just now, but Claire has seen, the prototype thing that we're going to go for. But, yeah, take a look at it, bandofbrothers.co.uk.
And just clear up any confusion there might be, it's not just Battlefield stuff, right?
Oh, definitely not. You will find a lot of Battlefield stuff on there simply because it's such an active game. I suppose all the websites you'll find a lot of Call of Duty stuff on there. We did originate from Battlefield 3. This is kind of how it came to be, but not just that. You will find a lot more topics, a lot more things about different games.
There's reviews of games. Some users create their own user-created content in game videos, mostly personal videos and show-off videos of like kills and stuff like that, or epic moments, montages, collages, and stuff like that as well. So try to support that as well. Provide a platform that members can come on and showcase their content to our members and to other people within the community who are contributing their own individual videos.
Yeah. When I first heard about the website, I thought it was a really good idea. I was really impressed with it. I thought it was really cool. You guys kind of built your own little gaming community. It's kind of made it easy for people to find other people with similar game interests to play with. That's what really drew me to the website and what made me want to be part of it, kind of help you guys out.
Well, one thing is, another thing that we do a lot often, I find as well, especially me, is that since me and Junior, the people who do the most, and a few other members as well, a lot of us are trophy hunters, so if you have any kind of trouble with a co-op trophy or any kind of online trophy or anything like that, we're always willing to help if we have the game. Like, I mean, I do, I run the Band of Brothers Twitter, so some people have contacted me individually and said, listen, like I helped someone play a Ratchet & Clank All for One there the other day, trying to get the Million Bolts trophy online, just because I knew I had the game saved in my hard drive. Like, so if there's a game out there and, you need help with the co-op and stuff like that, like, we can provide members with assistance as well. You can definitely meet up with someone who's looking for that trophy as well, or members that have done the trophy and they have the experience of getting it and are willing to help get it again for another member. Like,
yeah, it's a good website. So it's been growing pretty rapidly too. So
yeah, we're pretty happy. Like, we've podcasting started now and everything. Like, a lot more members from all walks of life and all across the world, really. They all come together at the same time and we all have a laugh most nights. It's great banter on it. And like I said, not just on Battlefield as well. I mean, many of us play Minecraft as well on PC, and then there's, like, we got the Defiance thing with you, and there's a few of us do play Zombies and Black Ops 2 and all that, but we're trying to strengthen up and unify ourselves in a lot more games so that we're involved in a lot more platforms. So there's big things coming in the future, and we're really, really excited about where it's going.
Yeah, considering that it hasn't been that long really that we decided to take a different route. It certainly has grown, hasn't it?
Yeah. And we're very happy that, especially yourself, Fliptriq, with the experience of the YouTube channel, and Jordan with the experience of the great podcast channel, can come in and help us do this first broadcast. So, BroZCast, sorry. So we're very, very happy with that. And obviously, Jordan's been doing his own channel now for a while.
You want to shout that out real fast? You want to talk about that?
Great.
Yeah, I'll quickly mention it. I've been doing a gaming podcast since about November called Boom Headshot, and basically different guests each week. I mean, locally, I've just been getting my friends to come in. We sit around, we chat for an hour about games, about a topic of their choosing. I mean, it's pretty much all it is, and starting to get a pretty decent following with it and making contact with a lot of people. I mean, obviously you guys, and tons and tons more. So it's been going really good, and I'm glad that you guys wanted my help with this to get the BroZCast going.
Yep, it's been a lot of fun so far. A lot of planning going into this, but I think it's going to be a pretty good show. Hope people actually enjoy it. Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys wanted to mention before we take off?
Well, just a thank you for anyone who's listened to this, and to the other members that helped me. The members of our website, and Junior and Jordan and Flip yourselves. Thanks.
And we'd also like to give Juvenile a shout out for the work he's putting in for arranging the clan matches.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, before we end, since this is our first show, we're trying to grow a little bit of a following. We're all going to be promoting this on Twitter, and it should be up on iTunes, so you guys can subscribe to iTunes, catch the next show. We might put this on the Band of Brothers YouTube channel. What is the URL for that?
Them Gamer Bros, youtube.com, them Gamer Bros.
Cool. So you have a few ways you can find it. If I'm
on
able,
our website as well, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and on the bandofbrothers.co.uk. And I might, if I'm able to, I might post this on my YouTube channel as well, which is Fliptriq TV. But before we take off, I wanted to do a quick fan giveaway. We got a $20 PSN card that I'm just going to give away to a random person. What I'll be doing is kind of promoting the podcast, trying to get people to listen to it on my Twitter. I'll have a post that I just want people to retweet. And over the course of the weekend, I'll pick one random person who retweeted this to win a free $20 PSN card. So follow me on Twitter. It's at Fliptriq, Fliptriq, and go ahead and enter that prize. Hopefully someone claims it. What are you guys' Twitter handles?
The Band of Bros, at the Band of Bros with a Z.
And
mine is it's at boom_headshot, and it's HEADSH0T.
There's not much point in me giving mine because I don't really use it that much.
Junior can be contacted via PSN.
Yeah, or the website.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wraps up our first show. Hopefully you guys...
You betcha.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody listened, enjoyed the show. Hopefully you see you next week. And without anything else, have a good time gaming.
No. Till next week, stay frosty.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
It's the BroZCast Gamers. It's the Band of Brothers.
Bro.